David Limbaugh is a best-selling author. He's an attorney. He's also the brother of the late radio great Rush Limbaugh. David says, as we head into the midterms, establishment Republicans are way out of touch with the base, and it could cost them at the ballot box in November. Please welcome to the show David Limbaugh, the author of this brand new book in his series about Jesus, the Resurrected Jesus. David Limbaugh. Thank you, David.
Thanks for having me.
What a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about the book in a minute, but I want to get into Republicans ought to be blowing this thing out of the water.
Yes.
But the last few weeks, it's tightening up, and I don't get it. What's going on?
Well, first place, I'm not entirely sure it's tightening up because I don't believe anything out of the mainstream media. But secondly, bills like Lindsey Graham is sponsoring. I like Lindsey, so I don't want to come across as caustic or insulting. We won the abortion decision.
Yes, we did.
In Dobbs after 50 years. It has been remanded to the states where it's supposed to be. And now Lindsey Graham proposes a bill that voluntarily surrenders the principle that life begins at conception. Now, I know that's not his intent. His intent is probably, I don't know if it's cynical to look good like you're reaching across the aisle. That never pays off.
Never.
The left never reaches across the aisle. Once you start talking about the fact that you can't, the baby feels pain at 15 weeks, so we cut it off. Well, first place, I think the baby might feel pain earlier, and it's terrible. And we talk about that in our pro-life speeches, but that's not the issue. The issue is life, and when does life begin? And once you utter this idea that you're comfortable with killing babies, murdering babies anytime in the first 15 weeks, then you can no longer say, I believe life begins at conception with credibility.
Yeah.
So what I think, people wonder why Trump...
I agree. Totally.
People wonder why an odd character like Trump ever rose to the fore, a person that wasn't in the political arena. This is exactly why, because he doesn't do this kind of nonsense. He doesn't worry about being loved by the other side. He worries about getting policy established that we want. These people don't understand, these career politicians, many of them don't understand that the way you win elections is to stick to your principles and be enthusiastic about it like the liberals are.
I utterly agree. I've been saying that on television, every interview I've had. On principle, when something is right, we stick to it. You don't compromise on those core values and convictions. We're dealing with an incredibly messed up economy, David. You've got the other side that has tinkered with it and ruined it. I mean, they really have. And they can say, they can blame whoever they want. It's in their hands. They did this.
Yeah.
And now families are suffering, and they really are, especially working class families. How do we communicate that to the American public?
Well, in the first place, this isn't incompetence. This is intentional. The left is ideologically tied to quasi-Marxist policies. They don't care. All economists know that when you have too many dollars chasing too few goods, you're going to have inflation. This is what this Inflation Increasing Act does. And the idea that they use Orwellian language to call it the Inflation Reduction Act to slip in New Deal insanity and idolatry, Green New Deal, makes me sick to my stomach. And so, as I think you and I talked earlier, yes, play these ads.
Yeah.
Play these ads, but play other ads like Joe Biden claims he's a uniter. We've got the border closed. Inflation is transitory. Play those kinds of ads. That the summer riots were just somewhat peaceful, partially peaceful, whatever they said. They lie every time they talk. Let's get that out in the open.
You know, I really hope they will listen to what you just said. You know, when I think about what's happening, this week it was revealed that interest rates are now for homes 6%. That's double what they were a year ago, which means a family's going to have to buy, if they want to buy a home, a smaller home, or pay a whole lot more money, or both. The average car payment this year is now going to be $763. I mean, that's just crushing working people.
And you see, even if they recognize that, and I'm not saying they want to hurt people, although a more cynical view is they want total chaos so that then they can come in and have total government control. But even being less cynical, if this kind of, the reason they promote this kind of a inflation increasing bill is because that's the way they sneak in their Green New Deal. And that's uncompromised. That's unnegotiable to them. That's non-negotiable. So they know it causes inflation, but they can't deviate. When anybody does something wrong, when they create a policy that has disastrous results, when they do stuff that's laughably stupid, objectively evil and incompetent, the media doesn't hold them accountable, so they just keep doing it. So we have to. We voters have to hold them accountable. And the way you don't is if you dilute what they do or try to meet them halfway. We can't do it.
And I think it's a real mistake when I hear people say, well, I just don't think it'll matter. I'm not going to vote. That's a real surrender, isn't it?
Oh, that
don't
grieves
understand.
me. I can't believe people say that.
I want to get to your book. It's brand new. It's just out. You co-authored this with your daughter, Kristen, and I want you to talk about, this is one of a series. This one's The Resurrected Jesus. You know, a lot of people think, well, Jesus was such a nice, gentle guy. He never got upset with anybody. You're all worked up about these elections. How do you write a book about Jesus?
Well, Jesus said, I came to divide mother and father, brother and sister. Not that he was a divisive guy, but he's truth. I'm the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus isn't just about truth, he is truth. And the reason he said he came to divide, he means he knows this world is run by the evil one. And so to the extent that people follow the evil one, he's going to separate them from himself.
It's a great book, and I know you are proud to be able to co-author this with your daughter. That must have been a delight.
And may I say, thank you, and may I say, I'm so excited because this is a kind of a commentary and devotional combination. What Kristen has done, I'm so proud of her. What she has done is, in addition to contributing to the text, she has primarily authored the prayers that are sprinkled throughout the text that are directly related to the text, designed to bring people closer to the Bible and to God. And Kristen is spirit-filled and prayer warrior, and I think people really benefit from that. And that's qualitatively different from my other books.
Well, I think it's going to be one people will want to get. For our audience, you need to head over to Huckabee.tv. We have links to buy David's latest bestseller, The Resurrected Jesus. We also have links to keep up with David Limbaugh on social media.